Good morning, dear students. Welcome to science class. I hope you are doing hard for the board examination. Today, we are going to discuss chapter number 4, carbon and its compound. Students, the first question arises that we have so many elements, but we are just discussing carbon in a vast. Why? Because carbon is present everywhere, inside us or outside in our environment. The food, clothes, medicine, books, and each and everything which we are using have carbon in it. So carbon, we can say, as a very versatile element, play a very important role in our life, and it is also present inside the living being. The living being is also made up of carbon. So that's why we are discussing carbon and the bonding done by carbon. First of all, we see the occurrence that carbon is found in atmosphere in all living things and in non-living things also. And the fuel we are using, like the coal, wood, charcoal, coke, all are made up of carbon content. Carbon is present in compounds like the carbonates, hydrogen carbonates, etc., near about 0.2%. And carbon is found in a free state as diamond, graphite, and fullerene, or we can say these are the allotropes of carbon: diamond, graphite, and fullerenes. Now we see the bonding in carbon, that is the covalent bonding. Bonding are of two types: electrovalent bonding or ionic bonding, and another is covalent bonding. So carbon show covalent bonding. As all you know that the atomic number of carbon is 6 and the electronic configuration will be 2, 4. So 4 has valence electrons. So it can lose 4 electrons to achieve noble gas configuration, or it can gain 4 electrons from other element to attain noble gas configuration, that is either 2 or 8. So in this way, carbon behave like a metal or non-metals. It can lose or gain. So generally it does not lose 4 electrons because it needs a large amount of energy to lose 4 electrons. So it shares 4 electrons with other atom to attain stability and resulting the formation of covalent bond. Covalent bond is the bond formed by the sharing of electrons. So here carbon shares 4 electron from other element. So in this way, the carbon atom needs 4 electron to attain stability, and its valency is 4, and it is a tetravalent as its valency is 4. Now here we see the formation of double covalent bonds in oxygen molecule and formation of triple covalent bond. Suppose we have an example of oxygen molecule, that is O2. So here you can see the covalent, how covalent bond is formed. The configuration, atomic number of oxygen is 8, configuration will be 2, 6. So it requires 2 electrons to become stable. So in the form of cross, we are denoting the electrons present in oxygen. 6 electrons are present in outermost shell. In another oxygen, 6 electrons present. So first oxygen takes or share 2 electrons with the other oxygen atom, and another atom do the same. In this way, they share 2 electrons from another oxygen atom. So sharing of 2 electrons is taking place. So it is represented by 2 bond, that is double bond. So in this way, oxygen molecules form covalent bond with another oxygen atom, that is O2. Now we see that how triple covalent bonds are formed. Suppose we have an example of nitrogen gas, that is N2. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. Configuration will be 2, 5. So here again by the cross we are showing the electrons, or it can be represented by dot or cross. It's your choice. So nitrogen 5 electrons in the outermost shell. So we draw 5 crosses. So another nitrogen atom, again, to become stable, it requires 3 more electrons to become 8, as it has 5 electrons. So it shares 3 electrons with the another nitrogen atom. In this way, sharing of 3 electrons is taking place. So 3 bonds, covalent bonds, are forming here. That is, it forms N2 molecule. So in this way, covalent bonds formed. If 1 electron is sharing, then 1 single bond is formed. If 2 electrons are sharing, then 2 bonds are formed. And if 3 electrons are sharing, then it shows by 3 lines, that is 3 covalent bonds are forming here.